happened before the games were played last night. The Denver Nuggets fired head coach Michael Malone and general manager Calvin Booth. Move comes with Denver sitting in fourth place in the West with just 3 games left in the regular season. Malone's firing also comes just 2 years after he led the team to an NBA title. Assistant David Adelman will take over as the team's interim head coach. And this was obviously met with some shock around the league and among all of us who follow it. I wanted to bring Lewis and Swagoo into the conversation now. But before we get to them, I want to start with Wendy. Wendy, as a reporter, I'm trained like the first question can almost always be why. Why did this happen?
Well, Josh Kroenke, the team's governor, didn't take questions from media yesterday. So we have to take from his statement and his comments to team media. What he said was winning can mask bigger problems. And my interpretation of that is that he did not want the Nuggets to win some games here and then mask the problem. He had made the decision to fire Michael Malone, and he didn't want a hot playoff run to cover that up. And so he made this move now. That is extremely unorthodox, but I will point that the Kroenke family, his father Stan and Josh, own and operate the Los Angeles Rams, Arsenal, one of the biggest teams in all of Europe in soccer, the Colorado Avalanche, and the Denver Nuggets, all of whom have won championships in the last decade. And the Kroenkes don't fire coaches. You go look at all of those teams, they don't make coaching changes. So when the Kroenkes decide to fire a coach, it is not flippant. It is not like some other teams that will have 3 coaches in 3 years or 4 and 5 or whatever. So this was a decision that was taken with a lot of thought and care. The timing of it, however, leaves Michael Malone to feel aggrieved because he's a 10-year coach, the winningest coach in the history of the organization, wins them a championship 2 years ago. Obviously, that can be perceived as disrespectful, and that is a reasonable position for him to take. But I do think the Nuggets are wagering that this coaching change increases their chances of having a short-term bounce and clears the way for there to be a coaching change that they wanted to make that they were afraid they couldn't if the team had sort of fake success the way Josh Kroenke kind of implied it might be.